How was your day today? Did anything exciting happen in your day? Is something on your mind? What is your mood like? It's not my goal to be nosy or to be in your business. As a matter of fact, I think now is a good time for me to introduce myself if you do not know who I am. I am Dr. Shalonda Jones. I am a communication coach. It has been an honor for me to help people learn easy, simple tips that will improve their communication in their everyday lives. Speaking of communication, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word communication? For many people, they think talking or talking with their significant other, their family, their coworkers, or their friends. Very few people think about talking with themselves. As a matter of fact, most people are uncomfortable with the idea that you should talk to yourself. Well, in our current conversation that you and I are having right now, you will learn the importance of having good, strong communication with yourself every single day. And more importantly, you will learn to write in your journal to have good, strong communication with yourself every day. Before we get into our conversation, you seem like someone who is interested in learning more tips about how to improve communication in your everyday life. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button to my channel, because every week I release a new video with easy to use tips that work to help make communication stronger and better in your life. If this video provides information that is helpful and useful to you, or if you know somebody who could use the information that we are sharing in our conversation, share the video. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, that's what the thumbs up button is, and share the video with more people. For now, you and I are having this conversation because the bottom line is the most important person in your life is you. And it's important for you to have good, strong communication with yourself every single day, because it helps to strengthen your relationship with you. So let's go ahead and get into our conversation. At the start of our conversation, I asked a few questions. How was your day? Did anything exciting happen in your day? What's on your mind? What's your mood like? How often do you ask people those questions? And when you ask other people those questions, do they feel comforted or like it's okay to be themselves around you and share exciting news because they'll be supported? How often do you ask yourself those questions? I know in our society, we're taught that it's not okay to talk to yourself. In reality, talking to yourself is like talking to your best friend. It helps to develop a healthy, strong, positive relationship with the most important person in your life, you. I strongly encourage people to talk to themselves, and I am not the only person. Times are changing. There are people all around the world who talk about the benefits to talking to yourself. For example, there's a psychologist, James Hardy. In 2018, he got together with two more of his colleagues from different parts of the world, who these people were also psychologists, and they live in different parts of the world. And they discovered that it is more and more common for people to admit they talk to themselves. Not only do people admit they talk to themselves, these people also indicate that there is emotional benefit. They feel better emotionally when they talk to themselves, and talking to themselves can have a positive impact on their behavior. So, for example, athletes. Lots of athletes have a conversation with themselves when they're getting ready to go into a competition, and they have positive conversations with themselves, which in turn drives them to succeed. It contributes to their success. James Hardy and his colleagues are not the only people who find benefit to talking to yourself and encourage people to talk to themselves. There's also a researcher, Eduardo Bellamo. In 2020, he got together with 3 other colleagues who are psychologists as well. They found out not only are people willing to admit that they talk to themselves, but people reported actual physical benefits. They felt better in their body when they talk to themselves. So times are definitely changing. We know that from these studies that there are emotional benefits and there are also behavioral benefits and physical benefits to talking to yourself. Now, there was another study done by Sandor Tomias. Sandor Tomias got together with 3 other researchers in 2019, and they found that little children, when they're taught to talk to themselves before they're going in to take tests in math class specifically, when the kids were able to say to themselves things like, I can try my best to succeed on this test, they performed better. So talking to yourself definitely has benefits for you, helps you to feel better emotionally, to feel better physically, and it also has the potential to help you perform better. Now, I know that there are people who are uncomfortable with talking to themselves out loud. That's perfectly fine. Here's a simple way to talk to yourself without feeling uncomfortable about it. It's called journaling, writing in your journal. If I may share a personal story with you about the benefit to journaling. One day I was having, oh my gosh, the day was just, it was a day that I wish I could have changed everything that happened. It was a really, really disappointing day. And I came home, I laid across the bed, and after I grabbed my pillow and screamed into my pillow real good because that's therapeutic too, I grabbed my little friend, my journal, and I went to town. I went to town writing in my journal. The next day, when I looked back over my journal and the information that I had written in my journal, I laughed because I said, that was a very, very challenging day. But I got through it. Even after I wrote in my journal, I remember a sense of relief when I wrote what was going on, why I was feeling the way I felt, and what I felt like I needed to do in order to feel differently. Well, I'm not the only person who encourages people to write in their journal. Renee Watson, who is a nurse, got together with another nurse and a doctor, and they discovered that writing in a journal has the benefit of has nearby the same benefit of talking to a therapist. People can release their emotional distress, or people can be excited about things that they experienced in their day. So journaling is a lot like writing a letter to ourselves, and the benefit to writing a letter to ourselves is we share information with ourselves that we can keep private, and we don't have to worry about what other people will think about what we wrote because it's our own personal letter to ourselves. Now, in addition to being able to express your emotions, get your emotions out, Paul Thomas from Self Help for Life, he has a YouTube channel I watch all the time. He talked about how journaling helps with setting goals. Not only with setting the goals, but accomplishing those goals. In his video, he talked about how writing your goals in your journal helps you to develop the step-by-step process for accomplishing your goals and monitor your progress. Now listen, I will share with you, if you don't mind. In my journal, I've gone back and looked at stuff that I have written earlier in the year and forgot about it. And guess what? It happened. because I was taking those steps, like each day writing my progress and writing things that I wanted to get done throughout my day. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just accomplished this goal. Wow. So journaling is also like a way for you to remind yourself to get certain things done in your life without somebody standing over you saying, you need to get this done. This is a friendly way for you to have that conversation with yourself to get things accomplished in your life. So journaling has emotional safety benefits, so you can vent your emotions. Journaling has the benefits of helping you to accomplish your goals. And finally, there's a writer for Intermountain Healthcare. It's a blog named Casey Bailey. Casey Bailey discovered, or reported, I should say. Casey Bailey reported in 2018 that there were people who had severe medical conditions, and when they wrote out their journey in their journal of recovery from the medical conditions, they seemed to heal faster than people who didn't journal. So again, you're writing a letter to yourself about optimism and remaining encouraged during a time that could be challenging for you. There's some incredible benefits to journaling, which is a type of talking to yourself. And this type of talking to yourself is safe because it's only between you, and you are the most important person in your life. So it helps you to build a relationship with yourself. So listen, here's my last thing that I will talk about in this conversation with you. And the last thing is, go out and buy yourself a journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be big. I have another journal that I actually completed. I'll show you. This is my old journal, and it's full. There's no more room in this journal for me to write. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just get a notebook, get a little notepad, and every single day, set aside all of 10 minutes to write down the answers to these questions. How was your day today? Did you experience anything exciting in your day? What's on your mind? What is your mood like? If you don't even want to write all of those questions and the responses to those questions, draw little pictures. And when you go back to look at your little pictures, they'll probably make you laugh. But the point is, every single day, make that time for yourself to talk to yourself in a journal. That's all I have for our conversation today. I thank you very much for your time. It has been a pleasure having this conversation with you. And as we are coming to a close, I'd just like to remind you that talking to yourself is not only acceptable, it is necessary. You've got to talk to yourself every day. And if you're not comfortable with talking to yourself out loud, a safe way to talk to yourself, this is talking to yourself in writing, because it's like writing a letter to yourself. Finally, I'd just like to leave you with this thought. While I genuinely care about how your day was, what happened in your day, what's on your mind, what is your mood, and you're welcome to reach out to me anytime, you are always with yourself. So ask yourself those questions on a regular basis by writing in your journal every single day. As always, be audacious. Do something intentional today to help make your greatest ambition your greatest accomplishment.